Most people think energy comes from caffeine, sugar, or motivation. But real, sustainable energy is quieter than that. It doesn't spike. It doesn't crash. And it's built long before you ever feel tired. Every day, the foods we choose either support steady energy or slowly drain it, often without us noticing. In this video, we're going to look at what science actually says about food and long-lasting energy. Not quick fixes. Not superfood hype. But how certain foods interact with your body, your brain, and your metabolism over time. By the end, you'll understand why some meals keep you focused for hours, while others leave you exhausted, despite having plenty of calories. When we talk about energy, we're not just talking about feeling awake. At a biological level, energy is about how efficiently your body converts food into usable fuel, mainly in the form of ATP, the molecule that powers nearly every cell. This process depends on three key things: stable blood sugar, healthy mitochondria, balanced hormones. Foods that support sustainable energy work with these systems. Foods that don't tend to overload them. So the question isn't which foods give me energy fast. It's which foods help my body produce energy consistently. One of the strongest predictors of daily energy levels is blood sugar stability. Highly refined carbohydrates like sugary snacks, white bread, or sweet drinks enter the bloodstream quickly. They create a rapid rise in blood sugar, followed by an equally rapid drop. That drop is often what we experience as brain fog, sudden fatigue, irritability, strong cravings for more sugar or caffeine. In contrast, foods that digest slowly help maintain a steady release of glucose. This reduces energy crashes and supports mental focus. Science consistently points to low-glycemic, fiber-rich foods as the backbone of sustainable energy. Carbohydrates aren't the enemy of energy. They're one of its primary sources. But type matters. Whole grains like oats, brown rice, quinoa, and barley contain fiber, minerals, and complex starches. These slow digestion and provide a gradual fuel supply. Legumes, such as lentils, chickpeas, and beans, are especially powerful. They combine complex carbs with protein and fiber, which further stabilizes blood sugar. Studies show that meals based on whole carbohydrates are associated with better endurance, improved cognitive performance, lower post-meal fatigue. In real life, this means fewer afternoon crashes and more consistent alertness. Protein doesn't directly boost energy the way sugar does. Instead, it regulates it. Adequate protein intake helps slow carbohydrate absorption, support neurotransmitter production, preserve muscle mass, which improves metabolic efficiency. Foods like eggs, fish, Greek yogurt, tofu, and lean meats help maintain energy by preventing extreme blood sugar swings. From a neurological perspective, protein also supplies amino acids needed for dopamine and norepinephrine, chemicals involved in focus and motivation. That's why protein-poor meals often feel mentally draining, even if they're high in calories. Fats are often misunderstood in energy discussions. While they digest more slowly, healthy fats provide a stable, long-lasting fuel source, especially during periods between meals. Sources supported by strong research include olive oil, avocados, nuts and seeds, fatty fish like salmon. These fats support cell membrane health, reduce inflammation, and improve insulin sensitivity, all of which contribute to more efficient energy use. Importantly, diets that include healthy fats are associated with fewer energy fluctuations throughout the day. Energy isn't just about calories. It's also about micronutrients. Certain vitamins and minerals act as cofactors in energy production. Iron supports oxygen transport. Magnesium participates in ATP synthesis. B vitamins are essential for converting food into fuel. Foods rich in these nutrients, like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and seafood, often don't feel energizing immediately. But over time, deficiencies can significantly reduce stamina and mental clarity. This is one reason highly processed diets often lead to chronic fatigue, even when calorie intake is high. So what does this mean in real life? Sustainable energy isn't built from a single perfect food. It comes from patterns, meals that combine complex carbohydrates, quality protein, healthy fats, fiber-rich plants, tend to support both physical endurance and mental focus. On the other hand, energy-draining patterns often include frequent refined sugar, skipped meals followed by overeating, heavy reliance on stimulants. Over time, these patterns train the body to expect spikes instead of stability. Here are a few realistic, science-supported ways to support sustainable energy. First, aim for balanced meals rather than chasing energy snacks. Even small amounts of protein and fiber can make a big difference. Second, prioritize whole foods most of the time, not perfectly, just consistently. Energy responds to averages, not single meals. Third, pay attention to how you feel 2 to 3 hours after eating. That window often reveals whether a meal truly supported stable energy. Finally, remember that hydration, sleep, and movement all interact with nutrition. Food doesn't work in isolation. Sustainable energy isn't about pushing your body harder. It's about giving it the conditions it needs to work efficiently. When you understand how food affects energy at a deeper level, choices become less about discipline and more about alignment. Health rarely comes from extremes. It comes from understanding your body, respecting its signals, and making slightly better choices, day after day. And over time, those quiet choices add up.